everyone. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Harinder Singh, but most of you I'm known as Harry. But some of you might consider me Hari, Henry, even Harry Potter. Well, I wanted to share with you that how I became from Harinder to Harry. So I have to take you back to 1989. That was the year I migrated from India to all the way to America, New York City. So for me, I faced with a lot of challenges, and the challenges of the language barrier and the culture shocks. So I have to take you back to my first day of school in America, my 5th grade. So on the first day of school, I had a lot of butterflies. Back in New York, they might refer to as rats, by the way. So here, I walked up to my homeroom. I was greeted by my first American teacher. And I was nervous, so she welcomed me to the class, as I'm nervous right now here. Okay. So I was asked by my teacher to introduce myself to the class. And here I'm standing in front of the class. And I wanted to make sure I'm accepted. So she asked me a couple of questions. One of the questions she asked me, "What's your name?" I say, "Yes." Because I wanted to make sure that she understands that I understand what she's saying. So she asked me, "What's your mother's name?" I said, "No." At that time, I wanted to tell her, I have no idea what you're talking about. So from that weird introduction, I gone on to my lunch period. And during lunch, and it was my first day of school, so I came across with many students in a cafeteria. It was like a zoo. So, and here I'm by myself. So here I'm standing in a long line in a cafeteria, wondering what is going to be my first meal in school. So here I'm wondering, thinking, as I got closer to the line, well, I did not know how to communicate with the person who was giving us the food. So guess what? I used my non-verbal communication skills. I used my pointer finger, pointed at the food. So I took my food and sat down to eat. And then I was eating with my friends for the first time, and here I'm enjoying the meal. And then I had to ask that question. Hey, what did I just eat? Well, my friend said like, "Well, you ate a hamburger." I'm like, "Wow, hamburger? Well, what is hamburger?" Wow. Then he quickly reminded me, well, hamburger consists of cow's meat. It's like, oh, wow. From that moment, it took me from that cafeteria to all the way back to India that, oh my God, I just ate a cow. Because cows are considered sacred in India, we are not allowed to eat cows. Here on my first day of school, guess what? I committed a sin. So I felt so bad that I wanted to just like cry there and then. It's like, oh my God, this is really bad. Wait till my parents find out. But my reaction to that was, well, guess what? It was not that bad actually. I had to come up with a few logic of myself. One was, well, maybe the cows here are not sacred as they are in India. So after my lunch break, well, here I'm hanging out in the hallway, and there's a lot of students in the hallway, as you would know in school. So one of the things I started noticing is that the other kids start noticing my shoes. I thought like, oh my God, they must really find my shoes really impressive. Because I asked my parents, I want a shoes that has a neon light, because I never had a shoes with a neon light in my life. So, first day of school, I had my shoes with a neon light. So quickly, I was told my friend that, hey, pink shoes are for girls. I could not find anywhere to hide myself in a school, because guess what? I wore my shoes pink. Well, back in '89, later on, my name became really hard for my friends to pronounce. So they would say like, well, guess what? We are going to name you Harry. I was like, oh my God. Today is the day I'm going to be cool dude, because guess what? I'm American. My name is Harry. Till later on found out that Harry is old people's name. So today I wanted to dedicate to my grandmother. She just passed away on Monday. So for you, I'm always going to be Harry. For my grandmother, I'm always going to be Harinder. Thank you.